Greetings! I'm the author known as KC Sunbeam. Here's a sample of my writing which I shall read. Author Bertrand Russell, 1872-1970, said that if he claims that a China teapot orbits a space between Earth and Mars, it is ludicrous for him to expect others to believe him simply because they cannot prove him wrong. Even if his teapot were affirmed in history and taught as sacred truth, we shouldn't believe it because it's ridiculous, said Russell. He also asserted that the burden of proof lies upon those making scientifically unfalsifiable claims rather than unbelievers being burdened with disproving it. However, Russell's teapot is problematic. First, what is ludicrous or ridiculous is subjective opinion, not objective fact. More importantly, though realizing the fallacy of unfalsifiable claims, he abused the concept. A classic case of a fallacious unfalsifiable claim is a claim by an atheist who concluded that intellectuals who believed in God compartmentalized their erroneous beliefs from their rational minds. Besides, insisting that deistic claims are scientifically unfalsifiable is using a wrong standard, a fallacy of irrelevant authority. If the spirit world exists, you could not measure it with scientific instruments any more than you could weigh someone with a thermometer. It must be measured by logic. And if every scientifically unfalsifiable claim requires proof, we should stop teaching students history since it's filled with scientifically unverifiable information. Instead of making science attack history, I could make history attack science, since we lack documentation that every current scientific law operated throughout history. What if a completely different set of scientific laws was operating and was replaced? Can you prove that didn't happen? So Russell's argument was motivated by his agenda, not logic. Contemporary versions of Russell's teapot are the Flying Spaghetti Monster and Invisible Pink Unicorn, characters invented to satirize properties attributable to God. Atheists use these rhetorical illustrations to argue that spiritual beliefs are arbitrary. For example, replacing the word God in Scripture, or Lord, with invisible pink unicorn. Atheists bait believers by asking, "Can you disprove my belief in the flying spaghetti monster or invisible pink unicorn? Do you respect my beliefs?" Reactively, one may say that such things are self-refuting, dismissing such ideas because they are apparently ludicrous or nonsensical. However, much of classical theology appears extremely self-refuting and nonsensical to those without such a background. Some snooty religionists insist that their name for God is the only correct one and everyone else is heretical. So I'm thankful for these arguments, for they attack dour, gloomy, and self-righteous religion. Why can't God have a sense of humor? I'd be happy with God being referred to as the invisible pink unicorn or some other fanciful designation. As it said, a rose by any other name would smell just as sweet. Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, Act 2, Scene 2. Since with God all things are possible, perhaps he may take the form of a mysterious teapot, flying spaghetti monster, pink unicorn, ultraviolet dragon, or a white-bearded man enthroned on a cloud, and have all the qualities and characteristics of these caricatures. Why not, as long as he's depicted as incredibly powerful, intelligent, not limited to any form, and it doesn't cause confusion. For example, God might present an especially appealing and familiar image to a small child. So, may we all humble ourselves and become a lot more open-minded. Take care.